Hello everyone, and welcome to a new playthrough of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Um, I I tried creating a character just before this, and for reasons that I'll explain in a moment, I actually killed him off after that is quit him. I quit the game after killing just one monster. So the reason I thought of doing a little gimmick with this character. Something that I really enjoyed was playing in the Crawl Sudden Death Challenge, where there were optional bonus challenges, like things to do to make your game harder, rather than just try as hard as you can to win, which is what I usually do. That is, try hard to win after choosing a character, right? If you wanted to try hard to win, you just pick Minotaur Berserker every game. But I don't do that. I play lots of different combos, but then once I started the game, I try as hard as I can to win. And of course, that's great. But I thought of just doing something a little different because I enjoyed the challenges. Like win the game without going to lair was a lot of fun and very hard. So what I decided to do was I thought, hey, what if I restricted my movement options? Like move like a chess piece, right? Like a bishop or a rook or something, where you can't move diagonally or you can only move diagonally. And then I rolled some random characters for a while, and I ended up with Kobold Gladiator, which seemed fine. And I chose Rapier. Quarterstaff is also reasonable. And I tried... Wow, what better example could I possibly choose to describe why the Move Like a Bishop challenge is one that I quit? I decided to move like a rook because this dungeon is just absolutely full of places where you can't move like a bishop. So I have to actually define a few macros. I don't know. I could do these off camera, and I arguably should, but I kind of like talking. I don't know. I wanted to get started. The thing I didn't want to I needed to load a character to set the macros, and did I? Which ones have I said already? YUBN. Okay, I have. And then I started with B for some reason. Okay. It's really hard to talk while doing this. No. Anyway, I needed to load up a character in order to define the macros, and I didn't want to load up the character. I like to let you guys watch the character creation screen and let me talk about whatever dumb stuff I'm thinking. Let's see. Don't attack diagonally either. Nope. Oh, wait. Ah! These are wrong. Fix these. Redefine them to... I forgot what it was. Macro this. Redefine to nothing. Macro this to nothing. Macro this to nothing. Macro O to nothing because Auto Explorer doesn't know. Wait. Yeah, Auto Explorer doesn't know that we don't want to move diagonally. So let me just double check here. Can't move diagonally, can't shift move diagonally, can't attack diagonally, fine. Can't Auto Explore, great. Now let's get moving. Already I'm reaching for you to go around this corner in the most efficient way. And this is actually the way that a non-trivial number of players actually play the game, not even realizing that there's a diagonal move available to them. But this is actually pretty cool, as long as we don't get killed by this stupid goblin. A Ruined Ringmail is a nice start. Alright, Cursed -1 is not as good as you might imagine. But already, okay. It's clear that Move Like a Bishop is doomed, but Move Like a Rook could be okay. Another thing about moving this way is it could... Ah! Stop moving diagonally. It could... I don't think it's actually going to be good for speedrunning because I'll be making a lot of inefficient moves like this around corners. But it'll sort of get me out of the habit of using Auto Explore, which if I ever... Wow, okay. If I ever do decide to do some speedrunning, you don't want Auto Explore. It's a lot slower than because it doesn't understand, you know, where there's obviously just nothing there and there's no point wasting a move. Ah, God, it's gonna be tough to get used to. All right, come this way. All right, level 2. Good. A shaft, okay. Can't get in here. So there is the question of, like, what if there was something I really wanted in here? What would I do? And so I did intentionally... Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. I did leave the X menu, this targeting thing, alone. So if I really became 100% trapped and had to move diagonally, I would like point the thing right here and say walk. I don't think it's... I'm not so committed to this little gimmick that I'm willing to just abandon a character when he gets the Hall of Zot and finds that he needs to move diagonally to win. But I only want to do that in, like, cases where it's impossible to progress without moving diagonally. And I expect there'll be a couple, but not very many. It's hard to adjust tactically too, like, which is the point, right? It's not to make the game, like, inconvenient. It's to make it give it some more new, interesting challenges, right? How do you prepare when the corridor that you would normally like to drag a monster into is off limits to you because it's diagonal or something? Like here, normally I would just pass the turn, let the rat come closer, and then hit him by moving northwest. So instead, I have to, like, move away a little. Not a big adjustment, but it's not nothing either. Oh, come on. It's making me, like, waste turns. Well, that's not true. I am wasting turns by the way that I... Oh, let's put stones on auto pickup. Might as well put needles, although blowguns were nerfed recently, quite recently. I just know that, like, it's no longer the case that they are great at 0 skill. They now sort of scale with your skill, like most things do. I don't know really the I don't auto see. That's another, like, this is another thing I left alone, is the capital X menu. This one, like, I could say move here. But there was no real need to move diagonally there. I'm just sort of in the habit of saying I want to go up there, so go up there. How are we on short blades? Oh, I didn't even set my skilling. Cheapers, creepers. I forgot that I had, well, I don't know. It's like I had just started one character, and then it was time to start another. And you sort of forget which preparations you have made and which you haven't. All right, I think this is enough for Dungeon 1. I just hit, we're going to move diagonally, guys. We're going to make 2 diagonal moves. Can I cancel? No, all right. That's another thing I can't do if I want. I don't know, like, I think I'm kind of okay with using auto travel to move diagonally. The point is to restrict my tactical options. I think I'm okay with auto travel moving me diagonally, which is why I left, like, the X menu alone. As long as it's not a tactical situation where I'm like, let's get out of view of monsters so I can use X to get into this great combat position. If it's just like I want to go somewhere and the only way to get there is diagonally, I think I'm fine with that. It's just, ooh, a sling. And a ring. I just don't want to, I want it to be a tactical challenge, not, you know, a pointless restriction. Which argues that perhaps I could have left Auto Explore alone as well. And I don't know, maybe I'll decide later that this is just so dumb and tedious that I want Auto Explore back. And if I do, you know, that's fine. This is my challenge for myself, and I can decide how I want it to work. But so far, I want to at least play around with being more strict, and then I can scale it back if I decide I don't like it. I mean, I'm already definitely making some tactical errors in like forgetting to take advantage of this, and sometimes just like hitting the wrong button. Oh, see, like, here's something I'm used to doing, is luring them around the corner like that. Like, especially throwing enemies, or ranged enemies, rather. And then when they come around the corner, I step forward, and then I hit them. But I can't do that now. It costs me 2 moves to get into a position where I can hit them. So that's an interesting adjustment that I'll have. Interesting thing I'll have to figure out how to adjust around. I'm already wearing leather, right? No, ring, of course. All right, this is actually not very good. There we go. Let's get him in a net. Nets are real good, by the way. All right, we lost our net, but we did kill that hound who was presenting a problem. Wand, sure. Adder, but we actually have poison resistance already. I mean, which doesn't make us immune to adders, but it helps. Ice Blast, okay, and what is this? Needles, fine. Alright, come get me, Hobgoblin. Boy, it really is, like, I'm taking a lot of, what I would normally consider unnecessary damage, just because I'm, like, not really used to planning around not being able to move diagonally. And I think that's good. I think that's what I was aiming for, is something to make my brain work on slightly different problems. And I don't know. Is this really training me for any useful crawl scenarios? Like, are there restrictions like this that you would actually run into in play? I'm not sure. But, I don't know. I guess there's, like... I can't go into this... Oh, I have a equal eye. Let's set this sling to B. And pick up bullets as well. You can imagine situations where you're like, oh, here's a corridor that I would love to fight some enemies in, but I can't because... Oh, see, this is risky. I didn't want to go down in here because that adder would get a free shot at me, but it's like, I can't be in the open. That's even worse. So we're just going to come down in here. All right. That went way better than I expected. That fight with all those guys. So let's try the hunting sling just for funsies here. Nice. I can't pick him up. Oh. I haven't seen any altars yet, but it's only Dungeon 2. Overflow altars normally don't appear on Dungeon 1. Altars can be placed randomly on Dungeon 1, but not as part of the process by which the game guarantees you altars. So, like, you're guaranteed to find 1 altar to every god by Dungeon 9. And the way this works is some of the gods are chosen to be placed in the temple, and then the rest of them are sort of like randomly given floors. Wow, null pack, yikes. Are randomly given floors between like 2 and 9. But there are some, like, you know, vaults can be generated randomly, and there are vaults that have altars in them, and those can be placed on Dungeon 1. So on rare occasions, you will see an altar on Dungeon 1. But it's not... Oh, jeez. This is a nightmare. Okay, we made it. We got out of the net. We're going to have to waste 2 moves if we want to get to the upstairs. What else can we do? We could just take the downstairs, which doesn't seem that bad, honestly. This floor is mostly explored. We could throw a net. But he's still got a halberd, and like the nets could miss. I think I'd rather just go downstairs. Yeah, see you later, Knowles. We'll come back, hopefully, to finish up. Yeah, that was exciting. That was the first combat situation where I felt severely hampered by my inability to move diagonally. The others have all just been sort of like, yeah, you know, you just got to be a little careful, lure them into slightly different positions. Hello, door. But that one was really, like, I had to do something that I definitely would not have done if I had a choice, i.e. take those downstairs. I would much rather take the safer upstairs. Hello again, Knowles. This is not the same Knowles as before. One of them had a halberd in here, one of them has a flail. Probably this one is the same Knoll, but then the guy with the halberd is different. I could try stair dancing one of these guys, which I think is okay. That's the one with the halberd. Yeah, okay. And if this gets nasty, I may have to use my net, but it looks like it went fine. So far, so uneventful. Mostly, aside from the Knolls on Dungeon 2, which is a little bit rude. What is... I thought briefly that like one of these walls was a weird color or something, but it's just a normal wall. Nothing funny going on. Ooh, an amulet. Oh, not bad. We got some pretty good jewelry this game, considering how early it is. And we haven't had to move diagonally yet. We have moved diagonally once to go downstairs because I forgot that the go command will ignore my silly restrictions. But we decided that that's not really a problem. KoGl Gladiator, huh? It's not a terrible... I don't know, I think it's fine. Like, I don't know, kobolds are kind of weak, but they're not the worst thing in the world. And... ooh. Might be able to wear that at some point. Could be an improvement over plain ringmail. Certainly an improvement over -1 ringmail. But I can't swap right now anyway, so I'm carrying around some plain ringmail as well. What are my scrolls like? I don't have anything with duplicates. Boy. Not having auto explore and auto travel makes this pretty tedious. Maybe I will relax that restriction. Like, it's like everything's a labyrinth. Whoa, okay. Everything's a labyrinth. All right, that's... Okay, so here... Oops, yeah, I don't know. Tapping on the table probably makes a terrible sound for you guys. Here is a serious situation brewing. Now I have a wand of Ice Blast, which will be great if I can take out the Knoll in front of me, and then this guy won't close to melee range, or won't close to be adjacent, and so I can hit several of them at once with a wand. But I have to deal with this guy. Normally, I think the obvious right thing to do would be to just walk back to one of the staircases. But I can't do that. Just because there's so many diagonal moves involved that they would hound me. So I don't think there's anything much better to do than just tab the guy who's next to me. Yikes. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh my word. Well, I couldn't run away from him anyway. Which, wow. What if I had chosen to walk backward last turn? The centaur would still be in view of me, right? Nope. I would be back here, which is a square he can't see. I'm actually going to back up again. Hope to get away before, like, to here at least before. Okay, so he didn't notice me, which is great. Now we get back to the stupid, stupid plan of meleeing all these gnolls. Oh. The other thing is, Ice Blast is quite loud. So if I use it against these gnolls, which is a great plan for the gnolls, I will certainly attract the attention of that centaur. And I'm not sure I can recover from that. Maybe I actually do retreat a little bit here. Give the gnolls 1 or 2 free hits. Just to get around the corner a couple times from this centaur. I think I will. Wow, that's so bad. Okay. This is about as far as I can afford to run. And I'm hoping that the extra walls in between us and the centaur cause him to not hear this, but maybe that is a pipe dream. Also, I could have considered stopping running here, because then an Ice Blast would hit all 3 of these gnolls, here, here, and here. Oh well. I hear 1 shout. I assume that was the centaur. Oh, the one with the halberd is in the back, huh? Okay. Got him. The centaur now, though. I really got to get through this door. Okay. Whew! So far, so good. That was a pretty bad fight. Orc Wizard. I think I'll pass. Like, I would not advise fighting those gnolls if I had a choice, but I don't think I did here. And I'm not sure whether running away from them like I did for a couple squares to get away from the centaur was the right choice. It worked out, but honestly I'm a little surprised that it did. Which means it may not have been the right play. Do I really want to adventure into this area? I think I kind of don't. Let's just go downstairs. All right, this Orc Wizard has found us, so there's not much we can do but wait for him. Oh, don't haste. Don't blink. Stop this! Oh my gosh, I'm slow, he's fast. This is imbalanced. Please nerf. Alright. We got him though. Let's read this scroll. Remove curse. Nice. So let's drop this -1 ring mail and wear the glowing leather. Fire resist. I'll take that over ring mail, I suppose. Back to downstairs. How are we? 8 on our short blades. It wants to be 14. On the other hand, 8 is plenty, and I need to work on defenses. Scorpion. Can't sneak up on him very well like this, huh? Ugh, this is the wrong way to do it. Let's reset this fight and go find another staircase. Yeah, let's go over here. Whoa. Alright, I don't like this staircase very much. Too many orcs. And the other downstairs is this way. Alright. I would love to find an altar to somebody interesting. Any minute now. I mean, it's only Dungeon 4, but like, I don't know, I feel like you should get an altar before then, usually. Even an altar to someone bad, like I'd like to at least see it. Dismissal. I think I'd rather just have the 6 extra hit points. But dismissal is good in some situations. Like here, when we lack the ability to run away from monsters, and we really wish we could consider putting on dismissal as a sort of tactical swap to. Oh, I can't walk through there. to compensate for being unable to run away from them. Wow, can't get in there. Alright, well, let's just walk in then. There we go. I cheated. But it was not a tactical thing. Like I said, I think I'm okay with that. Oh, nothing in here. So that whip, like whips are pretty good. And kobolds don't have a negative aptitude for maces, which makes them relatively good compared to most weapons for a kobold. But we're already fairly invested in. Ooh. 5 and 17. Whereas if I wear this, well, all right, let's put the leather back on. 8 and 14. Yeah, I'll take that. That's an improvement. We lose the fire resist, but whatever. Extra AC is pretty good. We were exploring in this direction. There's that scorpion again. Ow. Kind of hurts. Fighting and dodging going up. We're getting to be a bit more sturdy. Please stop slowing me. It's rude. Okay. We seem to be doing all right. That was another fight that was very poor positioning wise. Like, I don't know. I don't like how I handled that because I sort of just accepted that it was going to be a bad position to fight in, rather than trying to figure out how to make it into a good position, which is the kind of thing I would like to be doing more of. Right, figure out how to adjust for my handicaps, and oh geez, don't stand there. And still choose and figure out how to work against them, rather than just say, you know what, my character is strong enough to be played badly. Which A, right now he's not, so that's a pretty dangerous thing to say. But B, it doesn't really address what I was hoping to get out of this game, which is novel tactical challenges and the ways to work around them. Or to solve them, I suppose. Hello, die. There we go. I mean, see, like this is what I'm talking about when I say that people undervalue short blades in the early game. Like, if I were to, oh, okay, in this case it's sort of my fault because I picked short blades as my starting weapon. But if I hadn't, if I had just like say I was a kobold with say a book start, right, or something, and I wound up finding a short blade, a rapier even. Where's the stairs? Down there. You know, sometimes people will just say, "Oh, I'll just fight with a plus with 0 training for a long time until I find a real weapon, and then I'll train that." And oh, enchant weapon. All right. Oh, give me another shot. Yeah, +2. And it's like, I don't know, training. Oh, another scroll of enchant weapon. I think I'll probably not use that on my. What is all these scrolls? Identify, sure. I don't know, if you use a +0 weapon a lot, you're losing. Oh my god, the blinking and the no diagonal attacks. Ugh, I can't easily arrange for him to be in a horizontal position from me like I can with stuff that doesn't blink. Anyway, if you have a weapon and you train it, it's just so much better than a weapon you didn't train. And like, we're tearing up the early game with this crappy, well, was a +0 rapier, right? And if you survive the early game, you can afford to have wasted a little experience, especially with kobold aptitudes. So I think it really is a mistake to like shun, say, never train short blades. I think you should train short blades a lot, or rather often. Not on like melee starts where you have a real weapon to begin with. You know, if you do, that's great. You have a real weapon and nothing else to spend experience on. But, you know, if you're a mage of some kind, ooh. If you're a mage, you have a lot of things you need to spend experience on. Oh, jeez, -1 again. And so that might say, oh, don't train any weapons. But it's like, you know, weapons are useful. And if you put off ever training one until you get like, oh, this must be a Fed Assaulter, I would think. I'm going to go ahead and move diagonally to get in here. I don't think this is a tactical situation. Oh, never mind. This is crazy. Let's leave this guy alone. What is this all about? I guess I'll never know because I can't prove that there's a good reason to go in there. Anyway. If you only train like a big heavy weapon, you're just handicapping yourself until you do get it, and you might die before that. Whereas a lot of stuff is just pretty easy, even with a crummy weapon like this. Like, rapiers are not that bad, but some people just won't use short blades at all. All right, at least we found a corridor, and this is the whoa. Okay. Ooh, well, Berserk might be a thing, I guess. Edmund is the summoner, right? No, he's just got the flail. Yeah. I was thinking of Eustachio. Let's walk away a bit. All right, it looks like we lost Edmund. This guy needs to stay invisible for a surprisingly long period of time. There we go. Okay. But I think we do need to go down here. Still, Dungeon 5, 0 altars obtained here. You know, we will have to have found some of them by Dungeon 7. That's guaranteed, because the temple is never any deeper than Dungeon 7, and there are quite a few gods in the temple. Staff, don't really care. Well, I mean, kobolds are good with staves, so like, I don't know if it were a staff of fire and I found a book of fire or flames, I suppose. I would certainly consider it, but like that's all pretty far off speculative stuff. Right now, we have no interest in a staff. Okay, I can't get in here easily. Now let's just declare this non-tactical. Fine. Let's head down this way. New scroll, good. What scrolls am I looking for right now? Teleport would be very valuable. All right, I guess this is it for Dungeon 5, right? I mean, we could look over here, but whatever. Let's just go downstairs. A sewer, okay. An altar to Okawaru. I could not ask for a better first altar, really. I'm a little worried about this scorpion, though. He's putting up a much better fight than the other scorpions we ran into. I'm going to go grab this Okawaru altar immediately. Yes. I don't know if I want to chase down the sewer with all this poison. There we go. We rested off some of it, and that'll just have to be enough. A centaur. Yuck. What do I do? This is horrible. Centaur to the northwest. Grinder down here. I'm going to try walking east and hope that there's a wall here blocking Grinder's site. There is. I'm going to continue moving towards Grinder just because I don't want... When I come back up... Actually, let's go back. I was hoping to like be able to get up here. And the centaur... He has a pole arm. Yikes. Jeez. All right. Help! What am I supposed to do? Help! No! I could berserk. That's an extremely risky play. Yeah, it's like 0. With the centaur and the orc priest, I think berserking would just kill me. So let's not do that, huh? Let's quaff J. Curing. Not a huge improvement. L? Cure mutation. Alright, there's now enough things that are all actually close by that I think berserk is an improvement. I'm just like, I'm stuck. I can't run away. What am I supposed to do? I gotta just berserk. Commit to it. I got smitten. I passed out. Quaff. T? Lignification. Oh my god. KoGl is here. Ha! I can't attack Grinder. You can't paralyze a tree, can you? Apparently you can. Doesn't seem like it makes sense to me. All right, we're gonna be dead here in just a minute. Let's quaff another. Heal wounds. Found it. No problem. Still in very, very bad shape. But tree form is... Oops. Tree form A is really good, but B, over. Let's lignify again. Tree form some more. Gotta kill KoGl. Fixing up all the slaves. If we could kill them, we might stand a chance. Heal wounds. Yep. All right, we're gonna be dead soon. There's no way. Right? I mean, if we got some lucky rolls against Grinder and converted all the slaves, not against Grinder, against KoGl, maybe something good would happen. But there's just like, there's no tactical options I have anymore. I guess I could quaff curing, sure. That improved things a bit. Now we're dead. Okay. I don't know that I really liked the rook challenge. It was just kind of an annoyance. Presented a few interesting tactical challenges, but mostly it was just like kind of sucked. So I guess we'll be on the lookout for a new silly challenge. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this silly challenge. I never noticed this. Look at this. The ring of poison resistance and dexterity around my branches, not fingers or hands or whatever. Cool. Anyway, that's it for this game. No, do not save those macros, please. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.